Hey everybody, Ben here. I wanted to record a quick video. I'm doing it a little bit differently this time. I'm sitting down here in my living room at my computer, and we're transitioning now. When you talk about game collecting, I'm recording this video on October 30th, first thing in the morning. I'm literally here. I've got my coffee right here. I just woke up. I had an idea for a video, and I wanted to get it out. So anyway, we're at a time of year where it's hitting the fall, and I'm not going to say that aren't there not any more like yard sales, outdoor fleas, and stuff like that. I mean, that stuff still is going to pop up from time to time, but as the weather gets colder, it's just that stuff's just not going to happen. The other thing is when you think about current events, this was a weird year anyway, 2020, for picking up stuff through normal social purchases. People are just social distancing. So we're kind of making this transition now from doing a lot of yard sales, fleas, things like that, and I'm still doing the marketplaces, etc., to pretty much online almost exclusively. Maybe there'll be some retail stuff over the winter, and I'll probably do some Facebook Marketplace and offer up and things like that. But most of my pickups now are going to be online. So I wanted to show off a couple things I got real quick, but it hasn't been that much. I mean, I just haven't found that much stuff on the local marketplaces. And then the other thing I wanted to show in this video is a recap using some numbers and spreadsheets I put together about some of the recent trades and bigger pickups I've made. Just to show, I've talked about some big investments I've made in the past. I paid $300 for one deal, and I picked up a whole bunch of stuff, kept some, and traded the rest. As well as the Skies of Arcadia trade and what was the other one? Another deal that I made in the past. But anyway, you'll see in a sec. We're going to break it down. This week, in terms of pickups, I did get back Skies of Arcadia Legends. Let's get the glare out of there. I did get this game back. The one I traded a couple videos ago, you saw, I got a whole bunch of stuff in return. I said I'm going to use that stuff or other stuff in my store to pick up another copy of the game, and I did. I paid the retail price about $150 plus some shipping, and this one's in really nice shape. See, camera's picking it up. The manual and disc are in there. No bubbling on the disc. I know that's something that happens. So we picked this up, and I'm going to show the breakdown of how I justified making this purchase for the full price. Then I also got locally, literally like around the corner from my house. Let's make sure the glare and the camera adjust. Mario Sports Superstars. I actually had this already, just the loose cart, but I wanted the case, and someone was selling this complete for $10. I figured I'd pick this up. It was right around the corner. I'll take my loose cart and I will trade it, and we'll break even on that. The other thing I picked up is something neat. This was my only purchase from Amazon on the Prime Day thing, which was the SNK Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro, and you'll see that there's a little USB dongle sticking out on the top of it, which is why I actually bought it. So this is a nice size, nice weight stick. I actually paid $96 for it, which is I think $34 less than what it normally goes for. It's not exactly the perfect stick in terms of some of the stuff it does. It feels pretty good, but it's not as good as like some of the really higher end sticks. It comes pre-built in with 20 Neo Geo games, and then you can unlock some by going online, and I think they unlock over time. I don't know why they did that. I think it makes no sense at all. But what this USB stick does with the hack I did call it the Hilo Stick Pro, which I read about online, it's very easy, pretty much anybody can do it, is I unlocked the entire Neo Geo library on this, as well as some other stuff. So I put some Capcom CPS arcade games on there. There's some other like classic arcade games and things like that. And this works much like an NES Classic or SNES Classic, where you can just navigate through the stuff. The emulation's really tight. You can even, if you have the right kind of controllers, hook up a second controller to the bottom and have two players. I haven't really done that yet, but I think for 96 overall, this is a nice little built-in experience for a lot of arcade stuff. I think what I'll try and do at some point, if I have the space for it, is take this thing and maybe an LCD and some speakers and sort of create an arcade station. I don't know. I haven't figured that out, but I wanted to pick this up, so we added it to the collection. So now I'm going to pivot a little bit. I'm going to pause here and pick up the recording. Let me show you some of the deals I've made in previous videos. So if you've turned it in the past, you'll see some of this stuff. And I'm going to break down sort of how it all worked out. So let's look at that and go from there. So this is the first deal I wanted to show off. I'm gonna pull it up here on my screen, so you'll have to. Why don't I move preview here so I can. Anyway, this is the most of the video game pickup I made. I want to say over the midsummer, and this was actually not a spreadsheet I created. My friend Jonathan created this to sort of work out the deal with me. He had a bunch of doubles that he wanted to get rid of. If you recall, his goal was to save some money for a PS5, and he didn't want to deal with GameStop, so we worked out a deal. And you'll notice there's all sorts of color on this. That's because I wanted to distinguish between things that I was keeping or things that I traded for other stuff in the collection or whatever. So I don't want to go through every last one here, but anything that is marked in green, I ended up selling. I probably didn't get the estimated value on some of them, although some of them I think I actually did better than the estimated value on. For example, Mario Galaxy 2, I think I did better than the estimated on because of it trending up with Mario 3D All-Stars. The stuff that's still white here hasn't been sold yet. It's still sort of available. I would expect pretty much everything that's still unsold, for the most part, will sell in time. I'm not too worried about it. And then the stuff in red was either stuff that I kept or stuff that I leveraged for other trades to add to the collection. So I feel like if I'm using it to add into the collection, I can't really count it as sold. But if I keep it. So you can see I kept a copy of Mario Galaxy, or no, I traded a copy of Mario Galaxy 2. Mario Party 8 I kept, I didn't have it. The Strikers Wii, I didn't have Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance or MK Armageddon or Marvel Nemesis. I'm surprised I didn't have for Mario Party 9. Additionally, as you scroll down here, there were a few like common things I kept. Still some things available, like some Chico Game Boy games. You can New Super Mario Bros. 2 is still loose here. I actually had the case for this, so I completed it, which was really nice. I even sold Sonic 2. He had only the case and manual, but I had a loose cart, so I completed it, and I sold it for more than 6. I probably sold it for like 10. The Mario Party 4 case, I actually had 2 of these, a Mario Party 4 case and manual, one from him and one from another deal I made recently. So I sold one, I think, for 20 bucks, and then I traded one to a friend of mine. I actually sold the Wavebird without receiver probably for more than 8. I think I may have sold it for like 12. And then there were other random things that he included loose, and I just noted them here that I actually sold. So I sold a loose GameCube. It was a little damaged for 36. I sold a Wii Wheel for 4. Fight Night Round 4 I sold for 11. FF9 Greatest Hits was in the bundle. That was 13. Resident Evil Code Veronica, which was $8 on Dreamcast, I got $17 for it. It was missing, I think, disc 1. And then there's this Baldur's Gate PC set in there. I actually sold that for 20 bucks. So I paid $300 for all of this and some other stuff. I wrote other stuff not pictured for collection. There's an SNES console that's still up on eBay right now that I created a bundle out of. But you can see, I mean, this is about 100 here. And in the main list up here, we've sold definitely well over $200, as well as some things we kept. And we still have inventory left. So this was a really good deal. It really worked out well for me. It was a little bit more than I was generally wanting to spend, but I think because it had all the Mario stuff that I knew I could trade, we were willing to move that on. So let me pause, and I'm going to go to the next deal quick. So this is the second trade. I couldn't quite remember which one we were talking about. This is a small spreadsheet I made. A few videos ago, me and a buddy of mine went to yard sales at flea markets. This is sort of one of those end-of-the-year things. I picked up from a yard sale for 20 bucks. I picked up Zelda Phantom Hourglass on the DS. And I picked up Paper Mario Sticker Star on the 3DS. I paid 20 for both. Those games probably go for maybe 40, 45 online. And I wanted to pick them up, even though I had them already, just because I knew like the Zelda and the Paper Mario were things that I could easily flip. I knew people liked them for their collection. I could probably move them on eBay. It's just nice to have, and I needed to find something. To be honest, that morning when I was hunting, I didn't really find a whole lot. It felt like that morning at the start there just wasn't all that much, and so I needed to get off the back end and pick something up. Anyway, when I was through with the day, I reached out to my friend. It was my same pal who did the $300 deal. He really wanted those 2 games, and he just sent me all these random things that he picked up that he wanted to get rid of. Same deal here. So what I did instead, I made this spreadsheet myself. Is I wrote we paid $20 for both games, and here are the things we got, and then I put sell/list price. So some of these things have been sold already or traded, and some of these things have not. Some of these things are still available. The things in green, again, are stuff that I've already moved. So the stuff we sold already, he gave me 2 broken DS lights. Both of them I sold already. For some reason, broken DSs, you don't sell them for a ton. You can see I got $14 and $15 for them. You don't get them for a ton, but I feel like every time I list them, I sell them. So that's why I always pick them up. If people are just like, well, it's broken, will you take it? I'm like, yeah, sure, because I can always get rid of them. I also sold to a guy that I've been dealing with a lot locally. He always is interested in fighting games, so I always keep him on the top of my mind when I pick up fighting games, especially for 360. I sold him Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on 360 for $14. There were no fees since it was a local deal. Not just that, he also picked up a spare copy of Soul Calibur 6 that I have. So that's another nice thing. Sometimes when you pick up good inventory, you could use the good inventory to sell the things that maybe sit a little bit. Like Soul Calibur 6 probably sits a little while, but Marvel vs. Capcom sells quicker. So you can see, even though we paid $20 for both games, we've already gotten our money back on that, and I still have a bunch of things to sell. So the 2 PS4 games he gave me, Borderlands and Persona, the 2 SNES games, Street Fighter and Donkey Kong, and Beautiful Katamari Loose. But what I did is I still made an estimate. So the estimated sell price based on listings was $117, and I deducted 20% to consider money that I got after the fee. So I'm estimating that I'll actually get, when this is all said and done, $94. I'm estimating 20%. I don't quite think eBay's that much, but when you consider like packing supplies and time and things like that, you have to put some fees in. Although we do a little bit better sometimes, because if I sell things, if I bundle things together or I sell things locally, we don't pay those fees. So I'm guessing that even that we invested ultimately $20 in those 2 original games, and that we profited $74, so that we got a total of $94, which we can use to pick things up online, such as, Skies of Arcadia. This is an expensive game, and it's nice when you can say, well, I'm going to take some money out from another good deal I got, these games that weren't really that expensive, and use them towards that purchase. All right, so now I'm going to show you the Skies of Arcadia trade breakdown, and show you what I'm estimating on that. There's not a whole lot sold there, but I think you'll see that that deal was a good one too. So here's the last deal I want to walk you guys through. This was a video or 2 ago, where I traded my copy of Skies of Arcadia with the goal of getting back a Skies of Arcadia, which I did. Obviously, I have not, as you can see from the spreadsheet, sold all this stuff yet. For what I do, there's always stuff coming in and there's always stuff going out. And so I sort of build my war chest to be able to make pickups and do purchases. And then as I get new doubles, I try and replenish that trade bait and that money, that I can get the things I want. So anyway, I did another spreadsheet on this, and what I traded away was Skies of Arcadia on GameCube. It was actually missing the manual, so I estimated the value at $140. I kept for my collection 2 of the games, Call of Cthulhu on Xbox and Silent Hill 3. I estimate the value around $150. I just threw in an estimated value. And then I bought, it was, after all the fees and stuff, it was $155, including shipping, for a complete copy of Skies of Arcadia. Here are the games here that I actually picked up that I'm going to use to try and recoup my expenses. So and the listed price as it is right now on eBay. I may sell some of these locally. I may end up doing trades. We don't know. I'm pretty confident over time. These are all pretty solid games. I'm pretty confident over time that I'll be able to start recouping cost. So we have Last of Us on PS3 and the 3 Prince of Persia games on PS2, all pretty common. It might take a little while to get these games to sell or move, but I'm confident they will. MGS5 on the Xbox One was really a very inexpensive game. This one might take a while, I think, but you can see it's not very much. The big thing that I'm pretty confident will sell is Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the 3DS. I actually listed it for $75, which is a bit more than what it's going for right now. But I actually think with the holidays coming up on a hard to find game, I actually think it'll probably move at that price. I'm just gonna be patient with it. Same with Silent Hill on Xbox, Silent Hill 4. I listed it for 40. Maybe that's about what it goes for. Maybe slightly less. Again, I'm confident that that will move. These are popular games and hard to find, and they always sell. FF Anthology and Final Fantasy Tactics, just in the teens. 2 copies of GTA 5, one on 360 and one on PS3, right around that $10 range, and Suikoden 3 on the PS2, which I'm pretty confident is going to sell. I mean, honestly, the reason I did the deal is that if you take SMT4, Silent Hill 4, and 3, add them all up, the sell price is going to be about 150, which isn't quite. It's not going to quite recoup me because of all the shipping and handling and the eBay fees and stuff like that, but it'll get me close. So the total listed price for all the extras was $235. I haven't sold anything yet. You notice I put a sold price. I'm going to start tracking this. Maybe we'll revisit this in a future video, but every time I sell one of these items, I'll put the sold price in here. The estimated fees, I just take 20% off of whatever I sell it for. That's a conservative estimate. We probably don't quite spend that much, but it's pretty close when you consider envelopes, tape, bubble wrap, all the various things that I put in, plus the on eBay. And then I put in the money I spent. Ultimately, I spent $155 because I bought Skies of Arcadia. So in the end, we'll see a final sale profit, a final spend profit. I mean, if I sell for $235, take 20% off of that, that's $47. That would put it right around $190. And so this would make my estimated profit probably around $30, $35. And I keep, so at the end of the day, if I get $35, net, plus I keep 2 games, and I get my Skies of Arcadia back, that's a really good deal. We take a very expensive game that's hard to find. We don't really lose it. We get it. We keep the collection. We get 2 other really expensive games, and then a little cash that maybe I can use to the game hunt on eBay. That's a really good deal for me. So that was it for this one. We'll see what happens. It's going to take a little while to really see the return on this. I mean, to sell all of these games with all these games, it's probably going to take a few months. Although we're approaching the holiday season, so I'm hoping a lot of this stuff starts moving. So that's it for the trades. Let's just do a quick outro, and that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a little bit different for me. As I said, now that we're leaving the outdoor season for pickups and things like that, with yard sales and fleet, I'm expecting that I'll probably do less big pickups, although we'll still probably have some. Just because I'm not going to be going out as much for this stuff. So I'm looking for new ideas for videos. I might start breaking down pieces of my collection. I might do some more tip stuff. I hope this video is really helpful for you to think about how you collect, how you build your collection, how you maybe collect on a budget, how you control your expenses, and how to look at, when you pick up these big lots, what you can actually do with them. So anyway, if you're liking these videos, it's really important that you hit the thumbs up button. It helps the video be seen. Also, please consider subscribing. Add a comment if you got any questions about what I'm doing, any good ideas, should I be doing something different? Please let me know. I'd really appreciate it. If you want, you can check out the other videos that are related. All of these pickups that we went over today in the spreadsheets have other videos. So there's 3 other videos you can check out. Go on my channel. They're all in the game pickup videos playlist, and you can see everything. Anyway, take care, wear a mask, be safe, and see y'all next time. Bye-bye.